Welcome back to WesWatches, everyone. Today we'll be doing a video about how I sell my watches on eBay. Now it sounds great, isn't it? We buy them cheap on AliExpress and then we sell them at a profit on eBay. Yeah, it sounds amazing, but is it how it really happens? So today we'll go over 5 watches that I have comprehensively reviewed on this channel. We'll go through the prices in USD just to make a level playing field. Also, I'll be including the VAT of 20% on top of the purchase price, and then I'll talk about the selling price and the net profit or loss. So my affiliate links to the listings on AliExpress of these 5 watches will be in the description below the video. Do check them out if you find any of these watches interesting. And now let's dive in and talk about these 5 watches. The first watch I want to talk about is the Tanduro 50 Fathoms Homage. Now that is an absolutely amazing watch, and I bought that watch for $64 including VAT. Let me give you a small introduction into the watch and then we'll talk about the price I got on eBay and the net profit or loss. This Tanduro automatic takes inspiration from one of the most legendary dive watches ever made. It combines vintage dive watch aesthetics with modern build quality and an impressive feature set, all while keeping the price extremely competitive. At the heart of this watch is the Seiko NH35, featuring 24 jewels, 42 hours of power reserve, and hacking functionality. In terms of dimensions, we get a 40mm case diameter, a lug-to-lug length of 47.5mm, and a thickness of 14mm, primarily due to the highly domed sapphire crystal. That gives it that unmistakable vintage appeal. The lugs extend outward, but they are aggressively curved downward, allowing the watch to hug the wrist comfortably. Even for those with the wrist sizes as small as 5.5 inches, should be able to wear this watch comfortably. The case is fully sandblasted, giving it a refined, almost titanium-like finish. The unidirectional bezel features a black ceramic insert with loomed beige numerals, matching the piano black dial with vintage-style indices. The bezel action is crisp, precise, and has minimal backplate. That is actually quite surprising considering this is a budgetly priced watch. So as you can see, the watch is an absolute stunner. Automatic sapphire crystal, that boxed sapphire crystal. That's a great watch, and yet all I could get on eBay via an auction is $45, giving me a net loss of 32%. Quite significant. And now let's get on to the second watch, the Berny 2844M. So this is a homage, and a very nice homage at that, of the Rolex 1908. A beautiful watch, a quartz. It's super thin. It's, yeah, beautiful. Let me tell you about the watch a little bit. But just before we get started, I paid $52 including VAT. Now, let's take a look at this watch in a bit more detail. Berny 2944M is a stunningly elegant dress watch that pays homage to classic timepieces with a vintage-inspired design. At just 7.5mm in height, this watch sits ultra-slim on the wrist, giving it a refined and sophisticated presence. The fully polished stainless steel case is complemented by a finely fluted bezel, reminiscent of high-end watches, and a flat mineral crystal that keeps the aesthetics clean and clear. One of the most striking aspects of this watch is the intricately patterned dial. The geometric texture radiates outwards from the center, creating a mesmerizing effect that plays beautifully with the light. It's a subtle but highly effective detail that elevates the watch beyond its budget-friendly price point. Paired with the elegant Breguet-style hands and applied indices, the dial is a masterpiece of vintage styling. The Berny 2944M is powered by the reliable Miyota 1L45 quartz movement, ensuring precise timekeeping with minimal maintenance. Now, the name Berny is just not amazing, and every time I try to sell a Berny watch, no matter how good it is, most of the Bernys I've had on this channel are titanium watches, but selling those Bernys is just so tough because of that name. Well, that's what I think. Anyway, this watch here, so I bought it for $52, sold it for $27. That's a loss of 47%. So $27, that's the max I could get via an auction for this Berny watch. Disastrous. Anyways, let's get on to number 3. So for number 3, let's talk about the Addiesdive AD2029. An interesting watch, a beautiful watch, an automatic watch. So I bought that one for $73, including VAT. Now let's take a look at this watch in a bit of detail, and then we'll talk about the profit or loss. Got the Addiesdive AD2029. And this is a bold yet refined entry into the budget automatic watch market, offering an impressive set of specifications for just $60. Featuring a fully stainless steel construction, this watch sports a classic 39mm case diameter with a solid 100 meters of water resistance, ensuring it's as practical as it is stylish. The case thickness comes in at 13mm, largely due to its tall boxed hardlex crystal, which adds a subtle vintage aesthetic. At first glance, the glossy black sunburst dial immediately draws attention. The deep black finish shimmers under the different lighting conditions, creating a dynamic look that shifts between sleek elegance and sporty functionality. The applied batten indices and the Dauphine hands provide excellent contrast, ensuring legibility remains top-notch. At the 3 o'clock position, we have a neatly framed date window, small yet practical enough for everyday wear. Powering the AD2029 is the ever-reliable Seiko NH35 self-winding automatic movement, known for its durability, 42 hours of power reserve, hacking seconds feature, and it's a staple in budget mechanical watches on AliExpress. So I bought this watch for $73, but I sold it at auction for $48, giving me a loss of $25 or 28%. So far, no profits, not even close. I'm facing big losses here. Now, one of my favorite watches that came out in 2025 is this Pagani design, the PD1792. This is a GMT watch, and I do feel like with this watch, except for the movement, it has a pearl movement. Not bad, but it's not as smooth or refined as the NH34. Still, for Pagani design, this refinement level is a definite step up. So I bought the watch on a big discount on AliExpress for $62, including VAT. Let's take a quick look at the watch and then we'll talk about the profit or loss. Pagani design PD1792 is a bold new entry for 2025, combining rugged aesthetics with practical functionality. With just 40mm in diameter, it offers a comfortable wear, while the stainless steel construction, both case and bracelet, adds to its durability. The desert textured dial is a standout feature, mimicking the grainy, uneven surface of shifting sands. The textured finish, transitioning from deep to lighter blue, enhances the watch's depth and character. You can actually get this with a white dial, a sky blue dial, as well as a black dial. The synthetic sapphire crystal ensures scratch resistance. We also get anti-glare treatment here. While the 100 meters of water resistance coupled with a screw-down crown provides solid protection for everyday wear. The dual-time GMT functionality is powered by the Chinese Pearl automatic movement. So you'd think that for such a beautiful watch, and considering I got it on a major discount on AliExpress for just $62, including VAT, I should be able to get back at least slightly more. Well, you'd be completely and utterly wrong, because over the 5-day auction, I sold it for $56, giving me a loss of just under 10%. So far, 4 watches, 4 losses. Let's take a look at the 5th watch, and that is the Addiesdive AD2070, a field watch, a rough, tough field watch. Synthetic sapphire crystal, automatic movement, all brushed stainless steel, great watch. So I picked it up for $54, inclusive of VAT. Let's take a quick look at the watch and talk about the profit or loss. The Addiesdive AD2070 is a no-nonsense, purpose-driven field watch with an automatic heart powered by the Seiko NH35 movement. This well-regarded caliber features 24 joules, a 42-hour power reserve, and hacking functionality, ensuring precision when settling the time. Available in 3 dial colors: olive green, black, and navy blue. This watch delivers classic military-inspired aesthetics with modern durability. Protecting the dial is a flat slab of synthetic sapphire crystal, offering superior scratch resistance, while the 200 meters of water resistance is made possible by a screw-down crown and a solid screw-in-case back. That means this field watch isn't just rugged in looks, but it's built to handle the elements. With regards to the dimensions, we get a 39mm case diameter, a compact 47mm lug-to-lug length, and a 20mm lug width, making it quite versatile for various wrist sizes. The stainless steel bracelet tapers down from 20mm to 16mm at the clasp, and while the tolerances aren't the tightest, at this $50 price point, it's more than acceptable. As you can see, this is a real utilitarian watch, and yet it does manage to stand out and look good. Premium components, everything seems tip-top. Well, I managed to sell it for $47. Considering I bought it for $54, gives me a loss of $7 or just about 15%. So 5 watches bought at really sharp prices on AliExpress and sold at a loss, and quite significant. The smallest loss was 10% on the Pagani PD1792, the GMT watch, and the largest on the Berny, nearly 50%. So this is how the cookie crumbles. Maybe, of course, it's the time of the market, maybe it's because we've just come out of the March sales, I'm not sure what it is, but nonetheless, these 5 watches did cost me a bit of dosh. I do these videos for a bit of transparency with my viewers, and as well, I think it's useful for the budget horologists like we all are to actually understand which watches have the best storage of value, right? So when you buy a watch, are you sure that you can get your money back at all? I think it's useful information to have. Anyways, if you did like any of those watches, I've got the affiliate links to the AliExpress listings in the description below the video. Do check them out if you're after some sharp prices. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.